Steve, talking before the game a little bit about James, just kind of getting going a little bit. Did he just kind of look like he's starting to play a little bit freer to you?
Yeah, I think he's improving in all areas. I think his conditioning, his explosiveness, his confidence, his feel, his rhythm, everything's is moving forward and in the right direction.
Coach, in that second quarter to start, I think you went with Javon, Patty, DeAndre, Bruce. What do you like about that lineup, about those four guys and what they were able to do?
Yeah, I think it's a very active, defensive-minded lineup. So they, I thought they're naturally a defensive-minded group, but they got to also find ways to score and play with pace and make each other better. And I thought they were good on both ends. So really proud of everybody's performance.
Coach, was it just one of those nights as far as field goal percentage is concerned? You set a record as a team, 65.2% from the floor.
Yeah, it was. I think, sometimes there's a little bit of randomness and variance to shots going in and out, but I thought overall we tried to play the right way. We tried to get into actions. We tried to play early and quick and share the ball and make good decisions. We turned it over a little bit too much, but I thought we stuck with it and tried to play the right way.
A jump like this may not have been expected in terms of the shooting percentage, but in what you just said in terms of playing the right way, what else can you add in terms of this being a byproduct of, again, another rep of playing together and getting up and down the floor and understanding where each other wants to be?
I think so. I think we got a lot to sort out still, a lot to figure out, and a lot of growth ahead of us. But we're working at it. Guys are trying to do the right things, trying to implement what we're asking, and it's not easy when it's a new group. And, we started the year, we did all our planning with a group that's not quite here. And so we're trying to, figure out how this group can best play together. And that takes time.
Steve, this is twofold. Kevin may have gotten a little lucky Friday, not so much today. I'm curious, what was your vantage point on that play? Could you see it, the elbow?
Yeah, I mean, I saw the replay. I don't know really what the rule is and what the line is. So I shouldn't really comment because I'm not really sure what the precedence is or what they're looking for there.
And obviously great players kind of step up when they're needed. Almost immediately after that, you guys have the 11-0 run. And I think James had all 5 assists on all 5 baskets. I mean, what's your reaction when you kind of see him putting his stamp on a game in that fashion?
Yeah, I mean, it's important. You lose Kevin, you have a nice lead, but momentum can swing fast. So I think when we lost Kevin, it's important that we continue to show, the impetus and the willingness to try to be attack-minded and do the right things. I thought James was great. He led us in that stretch, being aggressive, making the right decisions, protecting the ball. And that was a pivotal stretch to make sure we could win tonight.
And when you look at Kevin having these 2 incidents in a row like that, is he feeling any aggravation or pressure or anything because of the way things are being called these days, or do you have any explanation for it?
Greg, I don't have my therapist license, but I would say they were just 2 random events, and I wouldn't read too much into it. I think he's had a laugh about both of them and held his hand up and knows, especially with chucking the ball in the stands the other night, it was just a random and hilarious event that we'll put behind us.
Talked about DeAndre Bembry and what he brings on defense. Just offensively, what have you seen at him since you've been giving him these early minutes?
About him offensively? Yeah. So good. Yeah. I just think that he plays with pace. He's an excellent cutter. He's finishing the ball very well. I think he made a 3 tonight. So, even though he's not like profiled as an offensive player, he still brings things to the offensive end, with his quickness, athleticism, the pace of play, willingness to sacrifice with cuts and screens. And then, we've seen a flair for finishing as well. So just proud of him, the energy he brings to the game, the competitive nature. He gets his hand on a lot of balls out there that make it difficult to play against him. And he was fantastic tonight.
Steve, you had just said that, you guys went into the season preparing with a certain group, but then having to veer off that and learn a new group. And you had told us in Philly, hey, it might not be pretty for a little bit. are we still kind of, I know you guys won 2 in a row. Are we still in that, like, it might not be pretty for a little bit period? How long do you think that might take? Do you think it might be a couple more weeks or what?
Yeah, I think we've got a ways to go. You know, it's, I think we're in many ways, we're trying to still analyze like how we can, make some adjustments and refine what we do. It's, finding a certain direction is more difficult than maybe it looks from the outside when we look at it. Having said that, we got some really, really great pieces to work with, and it's just trying to find the balance between the different styles, backgrounds, and how they can find connectivity and connection out there with one another. And that's a process. I think it takes time for coaches, and it also takes time then for the players.
And just one more thing. Is it weird that you are preparing with this group that you have now, but then it could change maybe somewhere down the road as well? You have to
Yeah, I don't think it changing back will be as difficult a situation at all. But right now it's just something that the guys are doing great. They're working at it. They're trying to implement, and we'll continue to chip away at that. That's just a process that as coaches, we're still looking and analyzing, and then deciding what directions we want to go with. Is something that could that'll ever evolve throughout the year. But can we decide on some more firm directions is still a process we're entertaining right now.
Okay, thanks, Steve.
Thanks, guys.